Oh, hi. I'm Kelsey McCarson.
Hey guys, it's your best fight friends. I'm Rachel. That's Kelsey. UFC Vegas 18. It's a lot.
DSE Ocho.
Hey, turned out to be like a pretty good card.
It was a pretty long card too. I was really excited. It started at 7 and then it just seemed long. I guess because we watched the prelims. It starts at 4.
Yeah.
It was a long card, a lot of fights. The more fights, the better. But Rachel, it turns out to be a lot of big things that happen, especially at the end of this card.
Yeah. So let's talk about the main event. We had
Alistair Overeem and Alexander Volkov. And yeah, this was an important bout on the heavyweight landscape. Overeem, of course, wants to get a title shot. I actually thought Overeem was going to win this fight, but man, Volkov came in there and truly lived up to his Ivan Drago nickname, right? This guy looked amazing. He's the guy, Rachel, if you remember, when we watched, that was beating Derek Lewis at UFC, I think it's UFC 229, a long time ago. He won basically the whole fight and then got knocked out at the very end of the fight.
Okay.
Like the last second of the fight, literally the last second. And so he's rebounded now fully, I think. He puts himself into the title picture, and the UFC heavyweight champion, of course, is Stipe Miocic. He's got to fight Francis Ngannou in a rematch. That's coming up. And then you got Jon Jones lurking out there, waiting for his title shot. The heavyweight division is fun. I love it, and I can't wait to see what comes next.
Well, I like more players being added to the heavyweight division, high-level competition. Volkov, seeing him tonight, just like thudding power.
Yeah, they said he looked thicker, and he did put on some weight.
He was huge. Like, when you see heavyweights, Stipe and DC,
right.
And DC to me he doesn't seem to have quite the body build as a heavyweight. Stipe clearly was he's huge, right? And so I'm curious how Jon Jones is going to look.
I know, wow, that's a great,
guys.
well, hold on though. Like, what if Jon Jones he's knee deep and putting on like a crap ton of muscle.
Yeah.
Volkov has looked a lot skinnier in the past. They said he put on a lot of weight, put on a lot of muscle. If Jon Jones can do that, that's a kind of a scary thought, I think.
He looked like a giant in there tonight. Like he was towering over like the top of the cage, and his thudding power. How he just was able to, basically just kind of stalk his opponent.
Yeah.
And just thudding power. Co-main event,
knockout of the century, of the millennium. There's always the knockout of the year. We see it every other week. But this truly was, this knockout is going to live on, I think, in highlight reels. I've never really seen a flying knee like that put, especially a UFC legend, and Frankie Edgar, out on his feet. He was out as soon as it hit and then slumped to the ground. Cory Sandhagen, that's a huge win for him, and it puts him, a lot of people are saying he deserves not only knockout of the year, but a title shot now.
It was definitely, it's one of those fights where you're like, wow, Cory, great, and then you're also your heart kind of hurts for Frankie. And even Cory himself in his post-fight interview expressed how that was hard for him, because Frankie being who he is in the sport.
We put together, of course, for Heavy, from around the UFC community, luminaries from around the UFC community, their reactions to the fight. Almost everybody was simultaneously horrified at what they saw for Frankie Edgar, but also in awe of it, except for Rachel. From Real Talk with Kelsey and Rachel, she was only in awe of it. She was like, whatever, Frankie Edgar. That's not what you did.
No.
But you did say, that knee. Now, I thought, Rachel, you should have said, that knee, though.
Okay.
That knee, though. THO.
What's interesting is you put together the reactions to that KO on the card tonight. So I was on Getty looking for images, and this is not the first time Frankie has been hit with a flying knee.
Really? So if you Google, Getty image shirt, flying knee, Frankie Edgar, I'm sure there's plenty of
but
UFC
he's
fans.
had,
He's got more octagon time than any other fighter in UFC history. So he has a lot more opportunity to get hit with those.
Right.
Former champ, of course.
That happens.
He's had a great career.
Yeah. So it was a great card. The only other thing I would point out is the first fight that started the main card. He just put that guy to sleep. I think that's the one that went with my GIF.
Oh, you're talking about the submission? Okay. But I will say this. As fun as this UFC card was, it wasn't Knucklemania, Rachel.
Okay.
Was it? I woke up this morning and I was like, I think I feel a little Knucklemania from last night still, from the bear. Look, I don't want to freak you out. I don't want to concern you, but bare knuckles. I don't know. Like, is that part of it? Is that how you tell if you have Knucklemania? I know that Hulkamania, like, and then if you're doing this, that's Hulkamania. But Knucklemania, I think, look at him. Anyway, that's our show for the day. My name's Kelsey McCarson. That's Rachel McCarson. We are The Bar.
All right.